I now declare this, the first session of the 93rd Michigan FFA State Convention, duly open for the transaction of business.
The 93rd Annual Michigan FFA State Convention wrapped last week as members put a bow on the first ever virtual gathering.
2020-2021 was unconventional.
We catch up with Michigan FFA's shooting stars.
But if I wasn't in FFA, then I wouldn't have really thought to start this business.
And look to the year ahead.
2022 will not be taken for granted.
I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
FFA members spent last week seeking to serve during the 93rd Annual State Convention. For the first time in Michigan FFA history, the convention took place virtually, with sessions available to view on social media throughout the week.
Like having it on Facebook live for anybody to be able to see, I think is really good, not only for our members to have that accessibility, but also for people who don't know as much about FFA to be able to watch those things and see what it's all about, I think is really cool. We were playing the convention during our second hour and first hour, and it was nice to be able to just celebrate with the people in your class when you were awarded something. So that was a really fun experience, and we weren't able to share it as much as we maybe would have if it was in person. But it was also, we were able to bring members who were able to see it who might not have gone to a state convention if it was in person. So at least we were able to get it out there for other people to see.
I think it was awesome for us personally. As seniors, it was our final bang. Obviously, it kind of sucked that we weren't with our other members, but it was still super cool to see everything and the awesome things that the officers put together, because we know that they put a ton of work into that, and so it was cool to see it all together.
Masters is a newly elected state officer serving as treasurer for the coming year.
And I'm just really looking forward to meeting as many members as possible. I know that whenever I would have an interaction with a state officer, especially when I was younger, I would always leave that interaction feeling ready to grow in the organization more. So I really want to do that for other members, and I'm really looking forward to trying to make those connections with other members. So we don't know 100% what it's going to be like right now. We are hoping that it will have more flexibility. Something that we talked about during the interview process and stuff too is that since this officer team has been able to do all this stuff virtually, we know now that we can also do that stuff too. And so we'd probably hopefully be able to meet with more other state officers from around the nation, and we don't always have to be in the same spot to have meetings. So maybe we'll have some more virtual meetings and stuff as well. So we do want to be able to do more in-person activities. Hopefully we'll be able to do in-person chapter visits, but we also know that if we can't do that, we're still going to have a great year of service, and we'll be able to do as much as we possibly can.
And while the last year presented challenges, Finkbeiner says it's had its share of opportunities as well.
20 was insightful. I think that FFA and in life, I learned a lot about myself because we were able to spend more time with our families and with people we were really close with. And so I think that was a great opportunity for people to grow themselves. So I think that it was really cool, and to sit back and actually have time for ourselves and to reflect upon years that we might have taken for granted.
2021, 2022 will be growth. That's my goal. I really want to grow as a person and as a leader, and I also want to help other people grow as well. So that's my goal for the next year.
Coming up, the 2021 Michigan FFA Stars shine bright.
There's torque. Then there's 1,050 pound-feet of available best-in-class torque. There's towing. Then there's up to 37,000 pounds of available best-in-class towing. There's backing up a trailer. Then there's backing up with available class-exclusive Pro Trailer Backup Assist. In other words, there are trucks, and then there's the new Ford Super Duty, the most capable heavy-duty pickup truck ever built.
The format of the 93rd Annual Michigan FFA State Convention was new, but the opportunities to network, learn, and grow remained the same. The virtual event featured skits to lighten the mood of a year spent in front of a screen instead of meeting in person. the election of officers, and the annual STAR Awards. The Star in Agri-Science was awarded to Allie Hall of Montague.
My STAR in Agri-Science research project was based off a study I conducted over the summer to see if female athletes perform better when they have a snack before their workout. It took a lot of time. I had to conduct 3 workshops over the summer, and we informed the girls about different things about nutrition, and we had Grand Valley come in and they had a little table set up and made smoothies, and my teacher, Mr. Latat, did a thing about Oreos, gluten versus non-gluten. It was just a ton of different moving parts to get everything together to get the research. I concluded from my research that if you have a snack before the workout, you have a better performance during the workout and a better mental feel after the workout is over.
Anna Anderson, also of Montague FFA, earned the Star in Agribusiness honors.
I own a business. It's called Arrangements by Anna, and I started it just last year, and I sell locally. I always liked flowers, and I always thought that floral arranging was really interesting, and I was like, oh, I could never do that. But after a conversation with my ag teacher, she was kind of like, no, you can do this. You just need the tools to get started, so let's do it. And so that's pretty much how I got started. I'm continuing to do it. I'm actually selling at the Montague Market, which is May 8th. And so I'll be selling my arrangements there. And it'll be my second time being at the Montague Market.
Star and Placement honors went to Emily Finkbeiner of Saline FFA.
My SAE has been working on my family's farm. We feed around 12,000 lambs a year and work around 3,500 acres. So there's always things to do and always something to keep us busy. And that's really where I found a spot to really get close with my family. It was a place where I can work with my grandparents and my cousins and my siblings and my parents. So really my SAE for me was just something that I found that I loved, and I kind of took it and ran with it. So my biggest takeaway would be how important a good work ethic is. Obviously, it's really important in future careers, and I also think it kind of creates determination in other things as well. And then as well as that, I figured out what I want to do with the rest of my life. I want to be a grain merchandiser and really continue to work with the agricultural community, and as well as that economics aspect of it. That was probably the greatest gift that my SAE could have gave to me.
Trent George of Niles FFA was recognized with the Star in Production.
I have a flock of Southdown sheep, which was my main thing in my SAE. Well, I started keeping track 4 years back, my freshman year. I've grown that tremendously, and then in that time I also added my hay operation in there. That has grown in the last couple years. It's almost doubled in size. My biggest takeaway would be that if you have a goal or a dream and you push hard enough, nothing is impossible and it can be done.
Up next, purchase an Ag Heritage license plate and support Michigan's future ag leaders.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Michigan Farm Bureau, the state's corn growers and pork producers, and several other Michigan-based ag businesses have committed to supporting the state's future ag leaders through the FFA Foundation's Ag Heritage License Plate Corporate Pledge Challenge. The challenge encourages Michigan-based ag entities to switch to Ag Heritage license plates on their company vehicles. 100% of the funds generated from the sale of those plates goes to the Michigan FFA Glassbrook Endowment Fund.
Over the last 20 years, this program has generated over $1 million. Our goal is in the next 10 years to generate the next $1 million for the endowment. This will be accomplished in part because of our corporate partners that have agreed to take the plate pledge. Their company has converted their license plates on their fleet vehicles to the FFA Ag Heritage license plates. We have 6 corporate partners who have already taken the pledge and converted their fleet.
If you would like to support Michigan FFA, you can purchase your own plate through the Secretary of State. For more information on the Michigan Ag Heritage License Plate Corporate Pledge Challenge, visit the Michigan FFA Foundation's website. That's a wrap on our coverage of this year's FFA State Convention. For more news and videos, visit MichiganFarmNews.com or the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.